Hey guys, this is Woodworker Royer, and I'm back with another video. So I was looking around, and I may have upgraded from my tool bag. So yeah, you're if you're a maintenance guy at a hotel, you're probably thinking what all of my coworkers are thinking, which is this guy's absolutely insane, and possibly out of his mind. So, which I may be. The last bag that I had was I forget if it was the Husky, if it was this Husky or not, or if it was one of the Milwaukee ones. I returned them all. None of them were really what I was looking for. This one, the Milwaukee ones had pouches and pockets and stuff. They had enough of them, but the problem was they were all too big and floppy for what I was wanting. I wanted all ones that could, pliers and things could fit in. And none of those did that for me. So I went and I upgraded. I went to a similarly sized bag, but a rolling version that I could fit stuff in. And that's what this is, or was from. I forgot to actually take this when I went and returned it. But anyway, the whole inside was empty except for the back wall had 6 pockets, and the front one of the sides had like a cup holder size and shape pocket. I have no idea what that's for. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to put their cup in the bottom of a tool bag. But anyway, so I didn't like it because most of the storage is on the outside. Again, I hate storage on the outside of a bag. It's not bad if it's in my shop. If it's anywhere outside of my shop, it scares me to death. Because I don't like the idea of stuff being able to just fall off, fall out, whatever. Even in the shop, that's bad enough, but get caught on something or whatever like that. But when I'm actually at work or, someplace where I'm not in control of the space, AKA I don't own it, then I really worry about stuff getting lost or, I drop it, somebody picks it up, who knows what. So if anybody's interested in it, the bags that I've shown are great. Like, I really like the Husky bags. What was ironic is I actually returned this the next day I came in, and I literally saw one of these that somebody had. I don't know if it was like their carry-on from an airport or something, but like every seam, every corner was like chewed up. This thing had been through like World War V. It was insane how beat up it was, and yet it still worked just fine. So I'm not going to say that this is a bad bag. All I'm going to say is that it's not what I was looking for, which is true. I like the build quality and everything about the bags. The Milwaukee and the Husky is very good. I can't say top of the line because I haven't seen top of the line bags. But as far as what they do it really, really well. And I don't doubt that they're plenty durable. I like Husky stuff a lot. I actually kind of prefer it to the Milwaukee stuff, honestly, because what whole, pockets and everything they do give you are a little bit more useful than what the Milwaukee thing does for some odd reason. But anyway, so I returned that mainly because it was like, well, if I'm going to have that, I may as well have something nicer than that. So I upgraded to the Milwaukee packout. That is the rolling toolbox, that is the large toolbox, and this is the extra large toolbox. Now, I'm not going to go through everything about them. I've got an oscillating multi-tool in that one with a battery, rigid. This is empty right now. I don't have the tray that came out of that one. I actually have in the extra large box. I don't remember. There's probably a tray in this box, but there's no tools in it or anything like that. This is where all of the magic happens. I've got all my tools in here that I use on a daily basis, and they go on top of this. It's about waist height when it's done. which is perfect because that gives me not only all of my tools, I don't have to bend over or do anything like that. I just wheel it in there, open this up, and get whatever I need out. The other thing that that does is when this is closed, it gives me a workbench. Now, one thing I always thought was kind of stupid is that all of the time, whenever I'd see like the worktop on these that people are selling for like $50 or whatever, Milwaukee's selling for however much they sell it for and whatever. I always thought it's kind of like, why would you want to work on that? But having worked on the top of this once, it actually kind of makes sense. I'm going to build that. I've got some clips coming in that are aftermarket that'll go in there, and also a latch, and I'm actually going to do that. I'm just going to build it a little bit differently. I have some plywood that I can use, and we'll see what that turns into. But I'm probably going to build something like that. It'll probably have a lip around it so stuff can't really fall off, at least on like the back and side or something. I don't know how that'll work, but maybe it'll just be some pegs or something that I can put, or a thing with like pegs or something I put in there that's removable. I don't know, but I know for a fact that that is something that is very cool and that I like the idea of. But the important thing is this box, as I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pause this. I'm going to put this up on here because I'm done with the mod that I did earlier tonight. So just a second. Okay, so I zoomed us out a little bit here, but the two main mods I'm going to do is that top. I'm going to add, well, I shouldn't say it. I'm actually going to add either to the bottom or to this, the front plate attachment, I guess. So you can put other bins on the front or of either one of these. They do have some that go on the sides, but it was like, $25-30 for them. And I was like, yeah, it's not really worth it in my opinion. So, and I actually have seen a way to build this type of thing out of plywood, and I want to try that before I go out and buy another plate. Now, the plate, the manufactured one for this that I'm going to get is high density plastic of some sort. And that's what I want. I would prefer the packable system that's aluminum or somebody's that's steel. However, for what I'm using it for, the 1-inch high density plastic is going to be fine. It's going to be heavier, but it's going to be fine. And it's not as expensive in the long run as anybody else's that I've seen, as the packable one for sure. So that's what I'm going with. Now, what I also saw, I finally found something, because again, this extra large box is what I'm going to use all the time for maintenance. Now when whenever I move or whatever, if I get another job, this is going to change most likely because I have a US General box down there, that I can put stuff in. That this stuff is going to really live in most of the time. This will probably change a lot. However, this is not a permanent thing, which is good. So what it is a bunch of 1-inch PVC. Now there's two ways to do this. The one that I saw was basically this entire half of this was about 8 PVC pieces wide. 8 PVC pieces deep and about 7 wide. So it was 8 by 7, and they weren't staggered like this. They were all in lines. Now I figured the staggering thing kind of makes sense because I can make a 3 and a 2 and a 3 and a 2, and then put them all together. I did all this with hot glue. I made a chunk. I basically did the 3 and 2 method So I got this chunk, and then I made another chunk, put them together, glued them, and then I added these 3 pieces in the front to make this pretty solid. Now this is relatively solid. I don't know how I'm going to organize this specifically, but that's the main thing that all of my pliers can fit in now. Wow, that is really bad lighting. Just a second here, if I can see if I can get something going here for that. Get my headlamp on here. I don't want to smash those, so just hide them in there and then smash them that way. So that's a little bright. Let's see. There we go. That's better. This shadow that you're going to see right here is my phone. I'm sorry for the lighting. I didn't really plan this out very much. But anyway, it's very late at night, so I'm not really worried about it too badly. So pliers, let's see if crescent wrenches fit in these. Wow, they do. Got a new one, the 6-inch channel locks to replace these stupid 6-inch crescent ones that look like they're like 10 years old and they're 3 months old. So yeah, even the relatively large handled Milwaukees fit. They're not the greatest fit, but they do fit. Do that with them, I guess. The twin grips, boom, right there. Channel locks. Honestly, these are about the best wire strippers I've ever seen. The reason is because of all these all these threaded cutters here, for everything from 440 all the way up to 1024, 1032. Basically, it's a nut. You thread it in, and then when you go to cut it, when you unscrew it, it takes off the burr and makes it usable, essentially. I'm going to see if these actually do fit in here anywhere. I don't think that they do, unfortunately. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they kind of fit. Yeah, they fit there. I'll do that. And then I guess pliers here. I'm going to put these pliers over here. Screwdrivers, let's see what happens with them. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't want that one in there, but put other ones in there. Got my old Yankee handyman over here. I need to get more bits for that. I actually don't really have much more than that. I do have picks. We'll put them in there too. At some point, I kind of want to get a base for this somehow. I may use this kind of, it's a cutting board that's flexible. I may use that material to do it, but I want to put a base under here so it doesn't like scratch everything when stuff goes all the way to the bottom and, flops around. But for now, it's fine. I'll leave my drill bits up here. See what else we've got. I don't think we really have anything else that goes in that, which is for now anyway. It's all in this. And this is what I've been trying to avoid and trying to fix. I hate having all of my tools in this thing because it is just such a pain to deal with. It's always flopping around. It doesn't have anything to hold it down. And it's just unpleasant to deal with at all. So I am not going to deal with it anymore. I can fit, you can see I can fit all kinds of stuff in here. I don't think there's anything else in that. I can even fit those things in there. Now there's a couple of things in here that I may have to keep up in these bins up here. I'm going to call them bins. I don't know what they're technically called. Even zip ties. I don't think there's anything else in there. Nope. Okay. Well, that was a waste of $50. Not to say it's not bad. It's just I'm not using it anymore, so it's kind of a waste of $50. So I don't. What happened to my other? Oh, here they are, right there. Duh. Let's see. These go right there, maybe. What about these going right there? Will that fit? Kind of fit. Yeah, that'll work. I don't really like the zip ties there, but I'm not really caring about it that much either. Drill bits there. I think this guy could definitely go over here, and I would put this in with those. Let's do this. I haven't really organized this at all, so that's why all of this is happening now and not earlier today. I just got this project kind of finalized probably 10 minutes ago. Let's see. I'm not even going to take these to work, I don't think. This is significantly lighter than these are. Not really as comfortable in the hand. It doesn't hurt your hand. It's just not got a cushion grip. But these things, I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I can return them anymore. But the jaws on these are extremely soft. And just frankly unbelievably stupid. So this is the thing here. I've got all that stuff in there. These are 250 millimeter Knipex pliers, right? They're not touching. I can fit. That's a lot of stuff, right? That would fill up and more than fill up that whole bag. I can fit all that there. And I can put 4 of those and fit more stuff for that matter and fit 4 of those in this box and still have this thing here. That is how powerful the packout. I mean, it's not really a packout. It's like any box that you would get, but we're going to say that's how powerful the packout is because this is the packout. Obviously there's other boxes you could get that would be good. But this is the thing. There's a lot of space in here. I don't know of any other box that's this big. Now, I've got the Tough system, the DeWalt, right over here. And that's my hand. This is about, I don't know, another inch, not inch, like 3 inches deeper, right? Over here, the inside is bigger than the outside dimensions of that. Now, the outside dimensions of this are almost double. About an inch short of being double. Yeah, very, very much bigger box. Now, the reason I got this is because I'm going to use it professionally. I don't see that there's any point in getting something. Yes, it would be cheaper, but there's no point in getting something that, like the DeWalt box, where it's like it's narrower. I don't see the point of that. It's plenty durable. I didn't want the Tough or the T-Stack or the whatever the Craftsman one is. That's just no. The DeWalt T-Stack, I think that's plenty good for boxes. I have lots of organizers from that, and I think it's good for that. It's just not good for everyday beating up. The Tough system, I've never had an issue with it breaking, but I don't normally carry it around. And I can definitely see, I mean, literally the only thing holding your boxes together is this little piece of plastic. That should be metal, and it should go all the way through here. And this should probably be metal as well. And then it would never have a problem. But that's not how they did it, so that's, we're stuck with what we have. So as far as my box goes, I think that's it. That's all I was really wanting to do, is organize this stuff and not have it all up here and in a bag and all that. And it's done. So I hope you guys liked the video. I'm actually not done. I'm probably going to throw some other stuff in here. But I don't really know what, because honestly, I'm amazed in a good way at how much stuff actually fits in here. And I'm kind of questioning if there's actually anything else I need. So yeah, honestly, this box is huge. Huge. I was actually talking with a company that makes parts for these boxes, and, going back and forth about whether or not we were going to build some sort of a deal to make dividers and be able to hang bags like that off of it. This is better than the bag thing. It's a lot better than the bag thing. The only advantage to hanging a bag off of a divider or something like that would be if you want to easily take it off the divider and put it on a belt and go. If you want to do that, that's a valid point. But short of that, there's no reason to. This is sturdier. Again, this is not permanently attached. It's just kind of wedged in there. It just fits. I really like it. I kind of want to, put a little bit of hot glue in there just to hold it. But I don't think it really needs it. And I don't think I'm going to do that unless it has a problem. And then if I do, I really don't want it to have a problem though. If I did though, I would probably only put it on this side, the pipes that touch this side. But honestly, I don't think it's going to have a problem. The other thing, it would be hard to do, but would be to just put like that wouldn't make sense. I would probably just rivet through right here into that one and call it good. But I don't really plan to do that. I think it's going to be just fine the way it is. If it's not, maybe what I can do, I'll see if I can just shove it into this section when I get a divider and call it good. I kind of wish a little bit that there was a divider system where it would go all the way across both sides. And then I could just have a quadrant of that. But I didn't know how it would look, what the dimensions of those dividers are or anything, because I don't have them yet. So I haven't done that. But one of the things that I'm going to do with this probably is I've got a little bit of ABS. I don't know where I put that piece that I had, but it's 2-inch ABS. And I'm probably going to put that in these gaps here, and then build another section of 2-inch PVS, ABS that these can fit in. These can fit in. I don't know what else really fits in there. There's not a whole lot more to fit in this. Maybe just to have it, maybe in that corner there, and then leave the rest of this. But honestly, there's enough space. Oh, that would be so cool if this fit over that, but it doesn't. Let's see. Do I have it over here? I do. The full-size rigid reciprocating saw. It's an X4, if you ever want to look it up. There is nearly enough space to set this in there with a 6-inch blade on it. Now, if I take the 6-inch blade off of it with one hand, that's going to be a feat in and of itself. Oh, come on out of there. I don't think it's going to happen. There we go. Got it. It can almost fit. It could fit standing up. like that. Fit like that, it'd be fine. I could put a divider here, it'd be perfect. I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to put it in the box, in the bottom, I should say. But it is possible to do if you were wanting to do that. And that's with a battery. That means it's a 2 amp hour, but battery on it, full size saw, like not leaning down, which obviously it would, this way, if you wanted to do that, even like this, but literally in half this box that fits. So if you are gonna get this box, I'll see if I can link the company in the description. But they do make high density plastic inserts that can go either this way or this way. They do not make one that goes both ways, unfortunately. Although that's not a hard thing to do. If you wanted to, you could cut that on your table saw most likely. You could ask the guy. He is willing to customize stuff for you, and I'm sure he would be more than happy to tell you how to cut that if you wanted to do that and he wasn't able to do that. There are things that he can't do because of copyright infringement or something, which I understand his point of view. I don't really understand why Milwaukee would care all that much, but anyway. So anyway, yeah. So I mean, I kind of do. They're in business. They're not a charity for everybody else that wants to take their ideas. But some of the stuff that they have is not nearly as good as what everybody else has for this equal thing. So anyway, so yeah, this is great. One thing I will probably be moving is these two things will go into the bigger ABS, and then if I carry a reciprocating saw or something like that, I'll have like big blades and all that stuff. This is really all I carry for maintenance stuff. That's more than enough. The one thing I might add to that would be a pipe wrench. I can't even think of more stuff. Like I've got all my lighting stuff in here, flashlight, headlamp that's on my head, and new Husky. I think it's an 800 lumen light. Safety glasses, knife. It's a SE Zula 2, Uglies book, multimeter and breaker finder, and then all this stuff. And then over here, I have this stuff. So Allen wrenches, which I don't use very often. There are situations where I need them, but bits, ratcheting screwdriver, which is probably going to go down at the bottom, pins, knife, this, which I'm only carrying to see if the other one works. This is going to leave, and then flush cutters, little tape measure. I can upgrade to something bigger than that now. Lotion, because my hands are not good. I do have my Leatherman Surge with me. I don't use it very often. I actually carried it for a couple days. But I don't think I'm going to keep... I mean, there's really no reason to have it in here at all. The only thing would be if I need, something that I can't take this with me. Probably going to be doing something like a screw or, use as pliers or something, then I can just pull that out and use it. But it's really not needed at all. Yeah, the only few things that I don't have at work that I would really use often would be, it wouldn't even be often, it'd be like once a month. Multi-tool, reciprocating saw, so an oscillating multi-tool, reciprocating saw, a circular saw, occasionally. Honestly, the reciprocating saw would do that fine for what I use. No, not even a jigsaw. That's really it. There's not a glue gun would be the only other thing, but that's kind of a weird thing. I'm actually gonna put one in because I have 3 of them. I've got a dual temp. I've got a compact one, and I have a basic one. And the basic one is the one that's going to go in there with those basic tubes. I actually really like these Ryobi glue guns. They're very simple, literally on off, or in that case, two things. It's a glue gun. How complicated can it get? But anyway, they're really simple, and they're just so useful. Like, I built that entire organizer that's in that packout with a glue gun. That's it. That's all I used. So if you're on the fence about a glue gun and you have the packout stuff, or anything else for that matter, if you have it, it's worth it. I will say the other thing that's really cool is these bins. I have to hurry because my phone's about to die. Hey, this is Woodworker Royer out.